What's up, guys? It's me Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia, which will be a 12-rounder for the unified WBC and IBF Welterweight Championship. And this fight will be Saturday, December 5th, from the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and be broadcasted on PBC on Fox pay-per-view. And again, the Bill of Fighters, Errol Spence Jr. has an outstanding record of 26 wins, no defeats. 21 big wins came away of knockout. He's currently ranked number 1 on BoxRec. In my opinion, it's very close between him and Terrence Crawford. And I could arguably rank them both number 1. They're excellent fighters, both world champions, both have excellent wins as well. But moving on to his resume, before capturing the world title, he had wins over Chris Van Heerden, Phil Greco, and Chris Algieri, but then he won the IBF Welterweight title against Kell Brook, winning by 11th round KO. Then defended that title by corner stoppage against Lamont Peterson, Carlos Ocampo, and getting a unanimous decision win over Mikey Garcia. Before, in his most recent fight, he beat Showtime Sean Porter by a split decision. It was a very good fight that was. He did drop Porter in the 11th round. Excellent fight back in 2019. He also added the WBC welterweight title to his accolades in that fight. But right after that fight with Porter, which was arguably his best win in his resume, he got into a horrendous car accident. His car flipped many times. I believe it was 7 or 8 times. He came out, they said he lost his teeth. His eyes were all swollen. I mean, he looked terrible. And some people said he might have died. And right as it happened, people were thinking he was going to die from that. I mean, it's a miracle that he survived it. But now he's coming back more than a year later to show that he is ready and he is able to sort of challenge the top guys in the division. Danny Garcia, some people are saying he's not ready for Spence, but this is really the perfect time for Garcia to take on Spence after a year layoff and coming off of a horrific injury in that car accident. I mean, it's the perfect time for him. But moving on to his opponent, Danny Garcia, like I said before, has an excellent record of 36 wins, 2 defeats, 21 by way of knockout. He's ranked number 8 by BoxRec. Personally, I think he should be higher. I think it should be Spence, Crawford, Porter, Thurman, and then if you want, you could put Danny Garcia there. I do think those guys are the top guys in the welterweight division. I don't really think Garcia should be 8th. He should be a little higher. In his non-title fights, he has wins against Brandon Rios, which was an excellent knockout. He has a win over Paulie Malignaggi, Lamont Peterson, and when he won the WBC Super Lightweight title, he won via unanimous decision over Eric Morales. Then he TKO'd Amir Khan to add the WBA title back when he was at Super Lightweight. And he was the unified Super Lightweight champion at the time. Then he had decision wins over Zab Judah, Lucas Matisse, and a majority decision win over Mauricio Herrera in Puerto Rico. And those were all fights where he defended his unified titles. I mean, he was really a beast at 140. I mean, he was beating everybody, outboxing them, sometimes stopping them. He was an excellent fighter there. Then he moved up in weight, took on Robert Guerrero for the vacant WBC Welterweight World title. And then, as you all know, he lost to Keith Thurman by split decision. And he also lost to Sean Porter by unanimous decision. Both fighters are top tier in the division. And I forgot to say that Manny Pacquiao is also another top welterweight as well. So I would really have, in my opinion, possibly Errol Spence number 1, number 2 Crawford, number 3 Porter, number 4 Pacquiao, number 5 Thurman, and number 6 Garcia. I don't really see which other guys could be higher than besides those other 5, but Garcia is definitely amongst the top in that division. Do I think Garcia can win this fight? Not really, although he does have a chance. If we see what Errol Spence Jr. was last year, then Errol Spence really beats Danny Garcia by a wide margin on the scorecards. But if we see the Errol Spence after an injury, after a year layoff, I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, I'm really just sort of interested to see how Errol Spence will look after this horrific car accident and a year layoff. I mean, some people say Errol Spence is not ready for Garcia. That left hook is going to come in and hurt him. He could be messed up from the car accident. I don't know, but I'm basing it off of Errol Spence is 100% going to this fight. Therefore, I think he will get a unanimous decision win. I don't believe Danny Garcia has ever been dropped in his career. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And he's never really been hurt too badly. but he has been caught by some shots. And he's also a very good fighter. Excellent chin, both guys. But, yeah, my final prediction is probably that Errol Spence Jr. will have a war versus Danny Garcia, first of all. It's going to be a great fight. And that Errol Spence Jr. will defend those unified welterweight titles, probably getting a unanimous decision win, likely 116, 112, 117, 111, around there. I don't really think it's going to be closer than that. I think 116, 112 is a fair margin. 117, 111, a little wide. So overall, I see Errol Spence Jr. improving to 27-0, getting another tremendous win in his resume to solidify his top 5 pound-for-pound status, well, in my opinion, and solidify that he's the number 1 welterweight in the world. And yeah, that's really it. I'm E Boxing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.